United fam. In fact, listen, let me say this just to erase the possibility of you may thinking that there's any hostility right now, because you see, the fact of the matter is, as a 49er fan, we're out of the playoffs, and yes, the Hawks fans, I despise your team. There's not enough words in the English language to really express how badly I feel about your team. But listen, you're welcome to come and join us if you want and explain how your team was lucky. We'll take a little bit out for that. But today, the objective is to give grades out for the 49ers on this season 2015. We shall do that. And today, if you hear anything that you don't agree with, you're welcome to object to it. Everybody can't object at the same time, but one at a time, we'll take the objections. Starting with Brandon. Come on in, Brandon. I'm sorry, Adrian. Adrian, I'm sorry, Brandon. It's Adrian first.
Yo, it's to put our season at a grade, I'd put it at a C.
Okay, listen. Here's what I want you to do. Now, give me your coaches. Let's start with coaches. Grade the coaches from Tom Sula. As many coaches as you want to grade. Go ahead.
Tom Sula, I'm gonna straight up give an F. He did just. I swear, if he spent half the time he did eating and focused more on.
Oh, come on.
We would be.
Hold your objection. Hold your objection. Let him finish. If there's any objections, wait till he finishes and you're in. All right, hold on. Go ahead.
We would have had like a better season. I could have seen it like at least 7 and something. Not 5 and 11.
Okay. So how do you feel about the OC then?
Offensive coordinator. I think he had a plan for every game, and he came out and he was trying to execute it. And when we were executing it, we were running well. When we weren't, it was like we're watching high school football.
All right, you got your defensive coordinator. You got something else to say about Jeep? Go ahead.
Jeep, we need
to
get rid of him.
Okay, let's go to Eric Mangini.
I think for what he did, he was trying to make a better defense as we went through the season. Mm-hmm. When we played against Minnesota, he just came out with the normal defense, saw that. Then we went to Pittsburgh and we got dominated there. And from that game, he kept trying to just improve the defense. Well, it wasn't really working out, because if it was, I think we could have had at least either a lot of turnovers or a lot more 3-and-outs against other teams.
Okay, so we have given out Jimmy T gets a flat-out failing grade. Jeep Chris, did you give Jeep Chris a C?
Yeah, I'll give him a D.
You gave Jeep a D. What did you give Eric Mangini?
A C. I'll give him about a C.
So we got an F, a D, and a C. Does anybody have an objection with giving Jimmy T a grade F and also our OC a D down to Mangini C?
I got an objection to that.
All right, only one guy can come in, guys. Hold on. Is that Andre that's got an objection?
I got an objection to that.
It's for 30 minutes though.
I'd probably give Jim Tom.
Hold on, guys. We got to keep it quiet when somebody else is talking, please, guys. All right.
I'd probably give.
All right.
Go ahead, Andre.
I'd probably give Jim Tomsula probably a D, and Jeep Chris, I'm giving him a flat-out F. Fuck that guy.
Okay, now you got to explain, why are you giving Jimmy T a D?
Because he did try to make the most out of what he could. We didn't have a lot of too much standout talent on that team. There was capable talent, but not, standout talent.
Right. All right, that's substantial. Okay, now the C given to was that a C? I think Adrian gave C. No, he gave a D grade. He gave a D grade. Was that the only problem you had? Was an F for Tom Sula?
Yeah, that's the only one I got.
Yeah, but no, I mean Andre. That's the only one you disagreed with?
No, I disagreed with his whole thing actually.
All right, go ahead, run it down.
Jeep Chris, he gets an F because he's Jeep Chris. and doesn't know what he's doing on the offensive side, apparently. I can't believe they decided to keep him, or like try to keep him. Even
Hey, listen. I want everybody who thinks that Jeep Chris is staying, he's only staying as long as the next head coach comes in. Nobody's going to pick him.
I'm just saying I can't believe they kept him on the whole season.
Okay.
Like,
well, yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't get rid of him. Like when we weren't like the first game, we had a good plan against the Vikings, but after that, he pretty much laid an egg the whole season. I like even the games we won, they weren't offensive winning games. It was our defense saved our asses.
Agreed. Okay, now let's move a little quickly. Andre, that's Adrian. Adrian, we're going to tell you goodbye, Adrian. We're going to see you next week, okay?
Yep. See you next week. Go
right,
Cardinals.
All right. Yeah, that's right. All right. Now, Andre, you got a last grade there. Mangini, you got a problem with Mangini?
I don't have a problem. Well, I have a problem with the grade he gave Mangini. I would probably say Mangini was about a B, because once again we don't really have the star personnel like we used to. The only person that was like really stood out on our defense was either Tart or Navarro Bowman, and I would give him a B because we did shut down some of the best offenses in the league and kept him at our game, which was a low-scoring game.
That's true, actually. That's true. I agree with that too. All right, Andre, make your points, man. Now, I see you want to do. All right. Well, Andre, make your what have you got to say today about the grading system? With you, Andre, let's go on down to who was your offensive standout.
That's a hard. I would probably have to say Sean Drone, which is not really saying much.
Out of an entire offense, Sean is your main man. Is that your offensive standout? Is he the MVP? I mean, I don't have a problem with it. I don't know why I laugh. I'm sorry,
Phil Dawson.
Phil actually won it. He actually won the MVP for the team.
Yeah, I know. That's either him or Phil Dawson. That's
Andre. Let me back up, man. I got to go with your wisdom, bro. Does anybody have a problem with that? Who's that?
It's me.
Double O?
Yeah, I said Carlos Hyde pre-injury.
Well, that's
okay.
Is it over too soon?
I mean, he was hands down the most talented offensive player we had. But I mean, like I said, definitely. Pre-injury, he did get hurt. But
yeah, that's why I couldn't give him the MVP.
I think that even he played 6 games. I even think the 6 games that he played were better than all the other players' 15 games, 16 games, honestly. But like I said, our offense was just that bad this year.
That's true, Andre. We're gonna let you go, Andre, and move on here because next week look forward to seeing you. Okay, listen, Double O, when you interject, of course you can take over from there. All right, Andre. See you next week, bro. All right, Double O, continue, man. Now,
what's up?
Now, I asked for offensive standouts. Who actually sucked and disappointed you the most on offense this year?
Anquan Bolden had some injuries. He wasn't really his old. He wasn't really his old self.
Wait. Let me ask you again, just to make sure you understood the question. Who absolutely sucked this year and disappointed you most? If you want to stick with that, I just wanted to make sure you heard me. Did you say Anquan Bolden? Well, go ahead.
No. Let's see. I mean, there's a lot to choose from, man.
Pick your favorite.
I'm going to say Colin Kaepernick before he got benched.
I know. If there's any objections,
can I object?
Hold on, you'll get your shot. Now listen.
Let's see.
Please explain. Guys, hold on, please. Let him finish, and you'll get your chance to object. But listen, explain why you would go with Colin Kaepernick as being the player. As I asked the question, who sucked and disappointed you the most? And Double O says, Colin. First you said Anquan Bolden, now he's on Colin Kaepernick. So, okay.
Well, was thinking about the player that, Anquan Bolden just played at such a high level that this year was a little off for him. But Colin Kaepernick, because, they were hyping up this offense so much. Remember the preseason? We have a new offensive coordinator. We're going to use his strengths. We're going to have this whole new offense. We're going to use Colin Kaepernick's strengths. We're going to have a new head coach. We have Carlos Hyde. We have all this stuff going on. Then the season comes out. And then you hear Colin Kaepernick, I don't want to force any turnovers. I'm trying to be safe with the ball. And then just playing like hot garbage. He's the player that probably disappointed. I had high expectations for him this year, honestly, with the new offensive system based around him. But then, kind of fell flat in his face. Vernon Davis played like garbage also. I mean, before we traded him. I mean, all those drops in Denver. Vernon Davis has lost all the passion for the game, which was weird because 3 years ago he was one of the top tight ends in the league. So there's him. The whole offensive line can just be nominated. That's obvious, though. I mean, like I said, the offense it's hard to pick one guy because the offense, which is bad, besides Carlos Hyde, the offense was garbage. And then, like I said, and then that leads to other players playing bad because I know Torrey Smith's not a bad player, but when you're not getting protection and your quarterback can't go through his reads, I mean, it affects the whole team. Offensive line and quarterback will affect the rest of the offense.
Okay, you know what?
Like, it'll make,
Double, here's the only thing. I need for you to isolate one player if you can, because if we can't go through the entire line, so and the entire offense, is there that one player? I'm Jed York, and I say, listen, Coach Double O, we need to cut one player, and I'd like to know what your suggestion would be.
I would say Quentin Patton. Completely underwhelmed.
Okay, there you go.
Completely underwhelmed.
Double O, there you go, bro. I'm gonna hold you right there. Does anybody have an objection with Double O cutting Quentin Patton and Double O? I'm gonna have to say goodbye to you because we're gonna have to move along here. Double O, I'll see you next week, hopefully, bro. But does anybody have an objection with the removal of Quentin Patton? Is that Norm? All right, Double O, see you next week, bro. All right, Norm, come on in.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Hey, same old, bro. Now, you heard
Coaches.
Quentin Patton. Now, you voiced concern about Quentin's release.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I think there's one receiver that's had less performance than him, and that's Jerome.
Uh-oh, lost you.
He got to go.
Okay, try that again, Norm, because your signal cut out.
Oh, I said Jerome Simpson. Jerome Simpson got to go.
Simpson. Everybody forgot about Jerome. That's a good choice. Because I
Because
got
he
over
never-
him real quick. I forgot all about him. I forgot he was on the team.
I'm just saying, like, the one play that stuck out to me with Jerome Simpson was when Gabbert threw a good throw to him, and it slipped right out of his hands. And ever since then, I was like, no.
A couple of times. Ball bounced right off his chest.
Yeah.
Whew, yes. All right. All right. Now, Norm. Now, with
All
that
right.
said, now you just who's your offensive MVP then? Because you want to get rid of Jerome. Who's your offensive MVP then?
Offensive MVP. Bill Dawson's on special teams, so I can't count that. On offense, I would say Blaine Gabbert.
All right. Now, justify that.
Justify that because I didn't expect him to perform the way he did when he stepped in for Kaepernick, and just he did like he played 100%. I think that he played with his heart out. You know what I'm saying, and that's what matters the most.
Mm-hmm.
I do like that.
Yeah. No doubt.
And and he's going to pull rabbits out his butt too.
A few times. That last game, that downfield shot to Bolden was interesting. All right. Okay. So now this week we're going to go through grades. So does anybody have a problem with Norm picking Blaine Gabbert as his most outstanding offensive athlete? Oh, that's interesting. Nobody has a shot with that. Okay, and I certainly don't. All right. Norm, thank you for your input today, bro. All right. Let me see you next week, hopefully, okay?
All right, man. Black ass
right.
chickens.
Hey. Yeah, Seahawks. So hopefully next week we're laughing about them. Brandon.
What's up?
Man, how you doing, man?
Living.
Brandon, I tell you what, man. Let's go right to defense with you.
All right.
I mean, who's the standout on your defense, man? I
Navarro
mean,
Bowman.
we had a few players, but who is your standout on the D?
Navarro Bowman or Eric Reed, but mostly Navarro Bowman.
Yeah, now that's kind of an easy one. I was trying to think of another way to put that, but defensive player. Hey, why would give me some attributes as to why Bowman would be, though, just to hear how people actually feel about Navarro Bowman, because I know why I like him, but why do you like him?
I just think he's an outstanding player. He gives 100% every game, the entire season. He gave 100. He made tackles. He got the most tackles in the NFL this year, and he was just outstanding from game 1 to game 16. You know.
Did you notice though that Navarro, even on a bad leg, did what he did? See, that's one of the things that stick out because Navarro Bowman is coming off that was a horrific.
Horrible.
I mean, that was just incredible. And the man's out there leading the league in tackles. He didn't get enough credit for that.
He wanted to come back with a bang. You could tell that.
Oh, and he wanted to come back last season at the end.
Yeah.
But here's a man who's going to look awesome next season because it takes a little while to get over that kind of injury. If he was that good next year, Navarro Bowman could be challenging J.J. Watt for like Man of the Year award, man.
And I don't really think it'll matter who's the head coach. And I mean, like, I think we'll keep Eric Mangini. Eric Mangini, almost any new coach is going to see this guy did something with that 49er defense last year. He made something out of nothing. That's how we got those 5 wins, was reliant on the defense, and we should have had 2 more before that.
I am so glad that somebody else agrees. I've had arguments with other people saying that Eric Mangini sucks. I said, I don't know how people are going to say Eric Mangini did a bad job with what he had. And he's going to get some more dogs to come in, and next year I think that, you know what, that question was too easy. Give me some defensive flops. That's a little easier. That's a little harder to point out. Let's give you something anybody objects to. A defensive flop, because nobody's going to object to Navarro Bowman. But who's a guy who really got on your nerves on defense, constantly being a problem?
Oh, that's tough.
There's a long list of those guys.
Mm-hmm. I would say Ward got on my nerves a little bit early on in the season. Early on, he got on my nerves. Just, I wish he would stay with the route more. I wish he would try to go in for the interception more. But towards the end of the season, he progressively got better. Those last 2 games of the season, he was impressive, and I'll give him credit for that. But the defense was decent. I can't really point a bad finger at someone.
Yeah, that's a good point. But I tell you what, I got a few guys. I want an objection, so I like that. All right, Jimmy Ward, who came in weak and ended strong. All right, Brandon, got you, bro. Thanks for coming in. Look forward to seeing you next week, huh?
Right.
All righty. Tradish.
That's right.
Tradish, with you, it's like you've been very. Actually, I would say you were always objective. I've talked to Tradish a lot online. He calls things pretty much as he sees them. I would ask you to give a grade on the entire operation. You know what? Better yet, since the team is one thing. What do you think about the organization as far as Jed York? What kind of job do you think? Because coming from your perspective, being an Australian fan that just joined us, or maybe you've been with us for a while, but just pretty much got involved with the social media. What do you think about Jed York running this organization this year?
Yeah, no, I've been a 49er fan for 30 years, so I'm up on it. But, geez, you give me a loaded one. The organisation, front office is where the problems have started, and they've just kept going downhill from there. I think as I was putting out there on Twitter and that kind of stuff, the head coach needs to be a team manager rather than a specialist coach, I think. If you've got a really good offensive coordinator and you have a really good defensive coordinator, let them do that job. The one thing that the head coach did do well, if anything, was he seemed to have the respect of the players, and he was able to, they liked him.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it didn't translate on the field.
Mm-hmm.
But, from the GM to the managers, there's something seriously wrong in there. And I think the fact that Jeep is still there is a fairly significant indication of that.
Don't worry
Horrendous
though,
an
because
offensive season.
don't worry, Jeep is gone as soon as somebody comes in. Travis, you know,
Yes, but that's
I just want to say something. You bring up a very good point, because the fact is, if we hire Hugh Jackson, is everybody's excited about Hugh's offensive prowess, his mind, his strategic ability to move that ball. He's going to be exactly what you're talking about now. Hugh's not going to be the OC. He's going to have to hire an OC. What does that mean? That's an excellent point. Hire a guy who can manage. Which, you know what that would actually mean? Bring Tom Sula back and let Hugh run the offense. What would that mean? The players would still be in love. They'd be happy.
if that's what the guy is good at. If whoever it is, if they're a good offensive coordinator, a defensive coordinator, if they're good at what they do, then let them do that. Don't take them out of that role and say, okay, now you're in charge of everything, but you're not in charge of offense or whatever your speciality is. That's taking people, that's taking a running back and making him play cornerback. That's taking a lineman and telling him to play quarterback. It doesn't make sense.
Good point. Does anybody have any objection with that? Everybody agrees, huh? All right, Travis. I like that, man. That's hitting a home run in areas that people have to think about. Because I was thinking about that yesterday. So, if Hugh becomes a head coach, he may not have his hand in the offensive movement of this team. All right, Travis. See you next week, bro. Thanks for coming by.
All right, buddy.
This is Freddie.
What's up?
You, man. Freddie. He's riding along as an automobile as well. What's up, bro? Freddie, as you know, man, and I know this, I ask him, Freddie, because I don't want to get him started on one subject because I know he'll go crazy on. Freddie. No, I'm going to ask you anyway, Freddie. Who do you absolutely want off of this team? You can go offense or defense, but who do you want off of this team immediately? And not coaches, but player personnel.
Kaepernick for sure. He needs to get out. He's just gonna keep bringing down our organization. If we say, all right, let's get this other person, we're gonna tailor the scheme to him. Nah, man, this guy needs to go. He needs to go somewhere else.
Freddie, if indeed, in this case, then if
younger quarterback to.
Yeah, Freddie, I hear you say younger quarterback because you broke up a little bit. Did you say you wanted a younger quarterback? Are you talking draft?
Yeah. Bring somebody from the draft and have them learn under Gabbert. I mean, let Gabbert do his thing.
All right. And I know that man, Cap has become the most polarizing guy on the team. So it's going to be a real drama right around April. I just know it. All right, Freddie. Does anybody have any objection with Freddie? All right, Freddie, thanks, man. Watch that road, bro. Look forward to talking to you again. All right, bye-bye, Freddie.
Later.
All right, Rudy.
How you doing, Ronbo?
Hey, Rudy. All right, bro. All right. How you doing, man?
Doing okay.
Would it have been nice, though, if we could have been celebrating the fact that the Hawks who escaped, guy misses a field goal from 3 feet. I still can't get over it, man.
That ticked me off.
God,
I dropped off the kids at my mother-in-law's and turned on the radio on the way home, and I guess he had just missed the kick, and I couldn't.
That was it for the Hawks.
Yeah, then I hear the 27-yarder?
That's all, man. And he hit one from 43 and 46 yards earlier. He saw the laces. The dude put the ball down, and the laces were flashing in his face. I guess he freaked out. He kicked, and it wasn't even close, Freddie. I mean, Rudy, it wasn't even close.
Yeah, it seems like the Seahawks get like all these little tough breaks. They just always seem to go their way. In
the playoffs too.
Exactly.
Freddie, as far as this team goes, what can we absolutely not do without? I just asked Freddie about who we want off this team right away, but who can we absolutely not do without on this team? And I know, and you know what? Second to Phil Dawson. Can you go behind Phil? Because obviously we need him the most. But who's your next player in line for that?
We need Joe Staley there. Honestly, we need to amp up that offensive line. I know the offensive line, they don't get a lot of love. They get all the hate when they're messing up. But when they do well, they don't get enough credit. But yeah, Joe Staley's he's a centerpiece of that offensive line, and we definitely need him to come back and just keep being the Joe Staley he's always been. He's been our rock. He's been our rock to that offensive line, and we definitely need to get rid of Devi and Eric Pears or Piers, however you say his name. You need to get rid of that guy, and then another one on defense. That can do without is Tremaine Brock. Too many balls that land in his hands, right in his hands, and just drops. Oh, God, come on, man.
Yeah, Tremaine.
Anyway, as we speak, I'm reading about that the Niners just finished off their interview with Hugh Jackson.
Yeah.
And apparently it went very well.
Yeah.
Not sure what that means, but it went very well. He's on his way to Cleveland now. He's going to have an interview with the Browns, but he could be our guy as early as tonight, depending on how that Cleveland interview goes. Yeah.
Because I
imagine it depends too.
Hmm?
Well, Marvin Lewis could be fired. I mean, he hasn't won a playoff game with that. And how many trips? How many trips has he had to the playoffs with that team? 5 now? 6? I'm not exactly sure, but he hasn't won a single playoff game, and now they can't blame it on Andy Dalton anymore because now they had AJ McCarron back there, and who's oh my God, he won championship games at Alabama. He's used to the pressure. Well, it didn't look like he was used to it last night. And
you know what you just pointed out something. I got a feeling that's why Marvin's going to escape. Because he was in there with McCarron, a rookie quarterback that hadn't even played the whole season. I think that's going to be Lewis is going to escape, man. Mm-hmm. He'll be back next year.
Yeah, and that's a good thing for us because if we're on the Hugh Jackson bandwagon, then that's good for us. Because
but you know what? Actually, I thought that both Lewis and Jackson were going to be available for coaching duties as well.
Oh, yeah.
I thought he was going to be let go immediately today too.
I thought so too. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me.
And you know what, Rudy? If I'm the owner, the reason I would be telling Marvin he's got to go is because the Cincinnati Bengals were totally out of control at the end of that game, and they did not have to lose that game if it had not been for stupidity and complete. They were so undisciplined. I've never seen that before.
And what does that come down to? I mean, a lot of people will say, like you pointed out. You pointed out that they had their backup quarterback. Sure, but that discipline, that's coaching. You should be able to coach these players, especially with Pac-Man Jones. I mean, he's had a history of this. That's something that you got to be accountable for. But then again, why was Joey Porter out in the field, instigating stuff? He's out there stirring stuff up. He knew what he was doing. But a disciplined team that has a good coach that disciplines them correctly, that doesn't happen.
That's right.
Everybody gets stays on the sideline or stays away from the officials. Stays away from confrontation, and that doesn't happen. Those stupid penalties. The one penalty that did take me off was that hit on Antonio Brown. There's just nothing you can do about it. When a defensive player is already on his way to hit a player, he can't change his trajectory. However, the wide receiver dips his head, or even a quarterback tucks his head in to avoid the hit, and it's helmet to helmet, and it's 15 yards against the defense.
I hate that.
So.
I hate that call, and we suffered because of that.
Yeah, exactly.
In the Cardinal game, so everybody suffers from that.
Well, even that going back to Ahmad Brooks against the Saints when he hit Drew Brees, what happened there? Drew Brees dips his head, then they call it roughing the passer, helmet to helmet contact. When really Ahmad Brooks couldn't have changed his trajectory on where he was going to hit Drew Brees.
And last year we lose to the Hawks, same thing. So that's 3 games that I can account that we
that we can remember,
and there's probably more that I just forgot about.
Yeah,
we got to move, bro.
Yes, sir. And, nice talking to you again.
Appreciate you coming by, man. And
of course,
we'll be back next week, okay?
Okay, sounds good. Thanks. Good seeing you. Take care.
Bro. All right, Josh.
Hey, man, what up?
Josh is picking up American slang. Josh, say it again. Let me hear that accent. Say it again. What'd you say?
Hey, man, what up? What up?
Josh, we got, let's say, I'm going to give you, here's a question for you, Josh, on the team, man. You're going to keep 4 running backs. You know the order, or you know how many we got. You get to keep 4 running backs this season. You've got a lot more. Josh, pick out 4 of your favorite running backs.
Okay, primary is El Guapo, Carlos Hyde.
Sure.
It's a toss-up of second. Either Jared Hayne or DeJohn Harris.
Yeah.
And that's the
Yeah,
same
all
for
right.
third. It's the same for third.
And then who's number 3?
Sean Drawn is fourth.
All right, so you're putting Hayne in at number 3, or between the two is 2 and 3, and then of course Drawn is going to be 4th. All right.
Yep.
All right. And I'm sure we'll run out of every last one of them by game 14. We'll be going around practice squads looking for another running back. The NFL is tough on running backs. So yeah, I like your order. I just hope we keep all of them.
Yeah.
All right. And does anybody have any objection? All right. All right. I guess. All right. Josh, thanks, man. I got one more guy. I got the reaction dude standing by. Reaction dude. Josh, see you next week.
Yeah, sure, man. See ya.
All right. TRD. Oh, Patrick dropped in. Oh, yeah, Patrick. Patrick!
Hey, what up, Ronbo?
Man, Patrick, it's the disappointment. I don't know which I enjoy more, the 49ers winning or the Hawks losing. And I'll be damned if they lucked out and then got away. See, we're not supposed to go through any trauma, no emotion, no letdowns. Our season's over. And the dude missed a field goal from 27 feet out. He's going to sit the Hawks home.
Man, Blair Walsh has been my boy, too. Like, he's been a solid kicker for a while. And
oh, yeah.
I'm like, you know what? They got that flag. Because I thought it was over. I was like, Seattle, in classic Seattle fashion, they'll come back in the fourth. They're gonna steal this game just like they always do.
Yeah.
And then they get the flag. I'm like, wait a minute. They hit the tight end. I'm like, all right, there they are, field goal range. All they got to do is kick this, and they're going in the next round.
Oh.
Nah. Like, what the hell, man?
Oh.
I don't even know. If there's a God up there, he's for some reason he's giving these guys some breaks. Because if it's not the refs, it's the other teams giving them the wins, and I'm just like, what the hell? Like,
and Russell Wilson, if he tweets out tonight, God was wearing a Seahawks jersey, I hope somebody goes to his house and drives a truck and make sure it's an SUV or a very large truck, drive it right through his front door.
Even Russell Wilson though in the post game conference, he's like, I don't even know. It was crazy, whatever. I'm like, you goddamn right. Like, you can't chalk that up to skill or victory because they've lost that game. And I don't know how many games they've lost this season that somehow they get the goddamn win every time.
Patrick, last year, we went through this last year, Green Bay. For some reason, something happens that the man last year he got traded to. I imagine Minnesota can get rid of that kicker now. But last year, all they had to do was secure the ball. And the Hawks are out in the first round. No, he has a bobble of ball and let the Hawks get back in.
Man,
oh man,
it's crazy. It's the playoffs. It's good football, but I hate to see it when it's them. We all hate to see it. If we're all in here, we're all Niners fans. We don't want to see that shit. But hey,
Patrick, give some grades on this team, man. Well, because I overall, from you an overall grade on the team, because when you keep all things, when you think about all aspects of this team from bottom to top, how would you actually assess this team going into the next season? Are they a failing team going into a season? Did they get a D minus? Is there room for improvement with a C? Or did you think they were an A, considering all things being equal?
I honestly think that with the doubters that we had coming into the season, and I think we all can say where our problems came from was from the offense. And I think especially when you got guys like Bowman coming back off a bad injury and losing guys, like leaders, like strong leaders like Patrick Willis and so forth. I don't think our defense really got the credit they deserved for the way they played this season, especially with the way the offense played. They put a lot more stress on them. So I think the room for improvement is definitely it's going to be on the offense. They need to pick up the slack. But I think as fans and as a fan base, all of us, you got to look at the defense and say, they're good. They're good enough to contend. They were good enough to keep us in games. Early in the season, they played hard. But there's just sometimes you can't come back from 2-3 turnovers a game, 3 and out. It's going to wear them out. I think we got Bowman came back looking 100% this season, And, I think that's something to build off of. We've been a strong defensive team for all our success came from that defense, and the offensive line could use some help. The receiving core could use some help. We need to pick it up. But there's always room for improvement, but I don't see next year being worse than this year, If we were in the goddamn NFC East, we'd be a playoff contender with our record, So, hey, we're in the toughest division of football right now. So, we just got to toughen up.
So true. All right, Patrick, because next week, I got a feeling we're going to have a new head coach. That's going to be the raging subject next week, bro.
Let's go Shanahan.
Then, okay?
Let's go Shanahan.
Yeah, baby, because, Hugh's not – he may see something in Cleveland he likes. Who knows?
I wouldn't be mad at that either. Just don't give us Chip Kelly. I don't know. I'll burn something down.
That's another show right there. If that happens, it's all over. All right, bro. Thanks for coming by. See you next week.
Take it easy.
All right, the reaction, dude.
Oh my God. Sometimes I just get mad whenever I see the Seahawks win because what I just saw was just an embarrassment.
It is what it is. And you know what? Next week they're out anyway. But listen, reaction, dude. From you, I'd like to know. You're going to have 3 quarterbacks possibly next year. You're going to have that new kid from the Gamecocks. You're going to have also possibly Gabbert versus Kaepernick. Now, whatever coach comes in is going to say, I'm going to look at everybody and I'm going to make my assessments. And I will judge you from that. How do you think that's going to play out? The action, dude. Did you get that question? I think did we lose TRD? Is he thinking? I think we lost the reaction, dude. JT. JT, we got time for one more.
I snuck in, huh?
JT, that's gonna be you, JT. JT, I want to hit you with that question because you've been very, very adamant about how you feel about this whole situation I just asked. Now, you got our 3 quarterbacks in camp. What do you think is going to come out on top? And you know what? I tell you what, before you do that, JT, give me some grades, man. Give me some grades on all 3 quarterbacks, including the youngster that just came in from the Gamecocks. I can't think of his name right now. Anyway.
Dylan Thompson.
Dylan Thompson, Colin Kaepernick, and Blaine Gabbert. Give out some grades. Give some reasons why you think whoever you think is going to start next season.
Well, the grades, I'll start with Dylan Thompson. He sucks. We haven't even seen anything from him, and from what I've seen in preseason, doesn't even look good either. I don't think he's just a 3rd string guy. He'll probably be on a team next year. We'll see, but given
it's
the
a career
fact
second stringer. Right?
I think they're going to draft a quarterback that leaves him out. Because if they do keep Cap, which I doubt they're going to keep Cap, he's too much money. They're not going to keep Cap and draft a quarterback because they're not going to pay Cap that much money to ride the bench. So I don't see Cap as a 49er next year. I think they're going to try to trade him. I think they've given up on him. So that leaves Gabbert. Cap's grade this year from me, probably a D. He just didn't show that he could read defenses. He didn't show me that he's progressed at all since that 2012 season. He just seems to slowly regress. And then in 2014 and this year, it got worse and worser for him. Gabbert showed me a little bit. I just think the play calling did Gabbert in, given the fact that he just kept throwing short passes. I mean, every time on 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 10, 3rd and 9, you're throwing the ball 3 yards down the field, hoping to get a first down. It's just not going to happen. I think that's what did Gabbert in. But he showed better accuracy than Cap, in my opinion. Showed some athletic ability moving around the pocket. That offensive line was atrocious. I think the offensive line they put out was garbage this year for any quarterback that had to go back there. The fact that they left Eric Pierce in all year long baffled me. I didn't understand why the infatuation with that guy. He must have had dirt on the ownership or something to let that guy play constant minutes of football and not let somebody younger step in. Either the younger guys must have sucked that bad, or this guy had, like I said, had something in it.
JT, you know what? He played for Jimmy in Europe, and I think that may have been it because Jimmy really was crazy about Eric Pierce. That has to be it.
Every play, it just seemed like every play is getting beat.
Because it made no sense.
Why does this guy play? And then what's his name? You saw at the end of the year, Trenton Brown. He was killing it as a right tackle. Then nobody can get by him. He's got these long arms. He's massive, and nobody can get by him.
He's too heavy, and he's got athleticism, heavy, long arms, and athleticism.
Yeah,
that would translate to the guy you need on the line immediately.
Exactly. I think him next year at right tackle will be solid. I know Anthony Davis is coming back, but why not put Anthony Davis at guard? He was beaten a lot at right tackle too. Let's not forget Anthony Davis did get beat a lot, especially against Seattle. Got beat a lot at right tackle.
Yep.
But put Trenton Brown with them long arms at right tackle. Put Anthony Davis at right guard. Now you got two sides you can run to, and you got a nice solid foundation with Kilgore at center as long as he stays healthy. And there's your line right there.
And in fact, right guard and right tackle with man AD and Trent, those are road graders. AD cannot protect your quarterback, but man.
Exactly, and on the left side, Boone and Staley. If you sign Boone back, they had to sign Boone back, but I mean, why not give the guy money? Boone's a 49er. Give the guys, pay the offensive line, get the solid guys that you have, and then draft some other guys, and you can bring them up a little bit. And then when Boone's contract runs out, he'll be gone. But Boone's a solid left guard. You got to leave him in there. And
you got to get rid of Devian Pierce anyway.
Exactly, and you can't. Please, Lord have mercy. Please do not keep Pierce.
No, that was Tommy's thing. I mean, Jimmy T's thing. He's gone. I mean, that was Devian Pierce there's no way they make the team. So you figure the guys are going to be left. Brandon Thomas is walking on thin ice too. So they've got to draft at least a couple of guys. They need another center because you don't want Marcus Martin in the center position if you can help it. But that'd be if Trent's looking at anything on the big board, that's got to be a center and possibly just a basic O lineman. So,
yeah. If anything, keep the core guys. They got to sign back Boone. They got to sign back Ian Williams.
And he got
Ian Williams played better than almost any defensive tackle in the NFL towards the end of the year. He was one of the highest graded defensive tackles. The dude was balling for the 49ers, even though they were giving up some rush yards. I mean that. There was things going on with the scheme or whatnot. Linebacker play, who knows? All I know, and plus there was a lot of injuries towards the end of the year, but still doesn't matter. Ian Williams was balling. Pay the guy. He's only 26 years old. He's only going to get better.
But JT, look at this, man. You got Ian Williams at your nose tackle. You put Joey Bosa to his left. You put Eric Armstead, who's going to get a lot bigger and a lot stronger in the offseason, to his right. You got one of the best pass rushers and run-stopping situations right there. And then you got let's put Bosa on the left side. So that means now you've got, outside of him, you've got Aaron Lynch. Bosa's going to collapse that pocket on every snap. Now Lynch becomes an incredible force. The quarterback has no place to go. My mouth starts to water when I think about this possible combination.
As long as Mangini doesn't screw it up.
I guess we're not going to get Bosa, so I had to get over that. Tennessee's going to eat him up.
We're probably not going to. We're probably going to draft a quarterback. I think it's going to happen.
If they do, but at 7, you think there's going to be a quarterback that's Golf's not going to be at 7.
Paxton Lynch.
He's not going to be at 7. Maybe because you got two teams.
The only team that could take him ahead of us would be the Cowboys.
And I think they are. Because Cleveland is going to take a quarterback.
They'll take Goff.
Yeah, Cleveland's going to take a quarterback. Oh, who's next? Cleveland. Possibly San Diego and Dallas. That's 3 teams all potentially going to go for a QB in the first round. Maybe. I don't know. Hey, JT, you know what? Good to see you, though, bro. We haven't seen you in
weeks. It's been a while. Sorry.
Holidays over.
The holidays are over. I'm home again, and I got spare time. And I saw that I just happened to see that you sent me a thing, and I was like, oh, crap, he's online? So then I was just watching the start of the other game. I had to endure Seattle getting lucky again.
Oh, that's so tiresome. Maybe we get our joy.
It's the luckiest team in the NFL. I swear. That's all I tweeted was like, this team is the luckiest team I've ever seen. I've never seen a team just always get breaks from the refs, from the ball bouncing away, from people taking wrong angles, missing field goals.
Right up against the field. He was right there up against the post.
It's literally a 3-year run of luck. Just 3-year run of luck.
Just beat them already. Stop fooling around.
Yeah.
That's okay because who do they play next week? They play the winner of this game right now, right?
I hope Carolina beats the crap out of them. They play in Carolina. I really hope Carolina beats the crap out of them. They need to just take no prisoners and blow them out. I swear, please blow them out. I don't want them playing for the Super Bowl in San Francisco or Santa Clara.
Well, you know what? I guarantee you know what? No matter what, I don't care what happens. Carolina fools around and messes up. There's no way they get past the Cardinals. No way. The Cardinals were clowning them. They didn't let them. They just allowed that win. So anyway. All right, JT, I'm out of time, bro. Thanks for coming by. I look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you, Ronbo. Take it easy.
All right, bro. Okay, you have time for one more reaction, dude. You want to finish up this time?
Yeah, finally. Yeah, because my electricity was playing games on me, so that's why I had to, turn that off. So anyway, what was the question you were asking me the last time?
Actually, I think we were asking you about the team overall. But you know what? Since you're the last guy, you can take that question. Who's your? I'll tell you what. Now go ahead. Give me a grade on the entire team this year, and your grade is going to be based on the fact that you have a certain thing to say about what you expect next year. So if you fail our team, that means we have no chance next year. If you give us a D, we're going to struggle to look like Tampa Bay or some of the other teams. If you give us a C, that means we got a potential to go to the playoffs. And B and A, of course, we're almost Super Bowl bound. So, reaction, dude, what is your grade?
Wow, that's really hard. But I'm going to go with a C right there.
Okay.
I'm going to go with a C. We got a chance to go to the playoffs.
On the strength of what? The coach that's coming in? You like the draft picks that are coming up? What do you tell? You think there's going to be a free agent out there we're going to pull in? How's it going, bro?
Yeah, I think since we got Jim Tomsula fired, 1 year, just one season, and then he's out of here.
Yeah.
And I don't know what to say about that, but I really don't. I this is really confusing when you have a team that's like almost halfway. That's only won 5 games, and you don't know if they're gonna end up like the Oakland Raiders or.
TRD, let me stop you right there, man. Come on now. What? The Raiders? Listen.
Yeah, I hate the Raiders.
As I said, you gave us a C, so you do think that we have a chance to compete next season. C is for compete. At least compete.
No, I'm saying the Oakland Raiders because, they're not even close to being a playoff contention. They're not even close to being in a playoff contention. And what you know about this?
Yeah.
And we're probably gonna end up.
Yeah, hello. Why are you such a gaining or hating cunt?
let me say, Frexy, that was directly for you, Frexy. Wherever you are, the Raiders are not going anywhere. Did somebody use a C word on the Raiders? Oh, please, no, not that. I didn't think of that. Guys, you know what? We're out of time, guys. I got to go. So I have to clear the lines.
You're cool, man.
All right. We'll see you next week. All right, listen.
I've never seen a real black man before.
Yeah. You may not still have that. How do you know I'm not wearing makeup?
Don't know.
Norm, okay, Norm, can you come in real quickly because I got to get off the air, man. Wait, go ahead, Norm.
Yeah, get off the air, man. I was just adding in my input for this team, and I'm just ready to see him come back and do something, man, next year. Jackson, I'm ready to see him come back, and I just
Norm.
All that his season, let that go. That's not going to happen for us.
Norm, real quick, who do you want as a coach? Because I took a poll the other day. I'm wondering, Norm, going into 2016, who was your fave for a coach?
Hugh Jackson, all day.
Adolf Hitler.
With him in Cincinnati, how he helped them beat the Chickens, we need that over here.
Boy,
all day.
Right, isn't it? All right.
Yeah.
Norm, come back next week, man. All right. I'll set up the time. You'll be here to learn it, okay? Kill the lines. Okay. Now.